Chương trình Đại lễ trùng tụng Kinh điển Tam Tạng quốc tế sẽ diễn ra trong giây lát. Chương trình chiều nay sẽ bao gồm phần khai mạc, sau đó là nghi lễ đốt đèn khai mạc của các vị trưởng lão đại diện của các nước tham gia vào đại lễ. Tiếp theo là các bài phát biểu của các vị trưởng lão của đại diện ban tổ chức. Sau đó là phần tặng quà, sau đó là phần cúng dường cho chư đại đức tăng. Tiếp đến là phần tặng quà cho các vị đại thí chủ. Và cuối cùng là phần trùng tụng kinh truyền pháp luân của chư đại đức tăng. Đoàn Việt Nam lần này là nước đăng cai tổ chức đại lễ trùng tụng Tam Tạng kinh điển. Chúng ta rất tự hào mang đến với thế giới tấm lòng của Việt Nam, đó là sự cúng dường lên ba ngôi tam bảo. Chúng ta đã cố gắng hết sức lần đầu tiên tổ chức đại lễ long trọng như vậy. Ban tổ chức tri ân tất cả đóng góp của các chư vị đến từ Việt Nam đã cùng nhau làm nên sự thành công này. On behalf of the organizing committee, we would like to request no devotees would be walking or taking photos in the front area of the assembly. So our program can begin momentarily. And we would like all participants to observe noble silence.
I would request one and all to be seated wherever they are. We would wish to begin the inaugural ceremony of the 15 Tipitaka Chanting. I would request everybody to please be seated.
Tôi kính mời tất cả các quý vị đại biểu an tọa để chương trình được phép bắt đầu.
Buddho Susuddho Karuna Mahanavo Jo Chant Shuddha Vargyan Lochano लोकस्य पापपकिलेशघातको वन्दामि बुद्धं अहमादरेण तम् बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि धम्मं शरणं गच्छामि संघं शरणं गच्छामि. Homage to the Buddha, the exalted one, the worthy one, the fully enlightened one, possessed of glory, strength, wisdom, splendor, victory, success, great psychic powers, limitless great virtues, merits abundant, and capable of repelling all kinds of perils. We have all assembled here under the sacred Bodhi tree in the premises of the Mahabodhi Mahavihara for the inaugural ceremony of the 10 days Tipitaka chanting, that is, the 15th International Tipitaka chanting ceremony. This year, the ceremony is being led by the Vietnam Sangha in collaboration with the International Mahasangha Theravada monks from 11 countries and devotees from nearly 15 countries who are participating in this August gathering. This year too, the chanting is from the sections of the Khuddaka Nikaya, a division of the Sutta Pitaka of the Pali Canon, the sacred Theravada scripture. The ceremony is being sponsored by the Light of Buddha Dhamma Foundation International and organized by the International Tipitaka Chanting Council. In bringing the International Sangha of monks and lay followers together, in this way, the foundation has been supporting the Buddhist culture of India and is demonstrating the vitality and relevance of this ancient religion in the modern world. We feel very inspired by the growing interest in the role of India as the homeland of the teachings of the Buddha and the positive economic, social, and political consequences that will follow a full scale revival of Buddhism in the land of its origin. Buddhism is the third largest world religion and a unifying force in Southeast Asia and the Far East. To see the great country of India playing a role in its development will be a great benefit both for the region and the entire world. The International Tipitaka Chanting Council was inaugurated in 2006 on the occasion of the 2550th Buddha Jayanti at Bodhgaya. With the sponsorship of the Light of Buddha Dhamma Foundation International, the International Tipitaka Chanting Ceremony is organized every year in December under this sacred Bodhi tree in the premises of the Mahabodhi Mahavihara temple. Sequential sections from the Pali Canon are chanted on each occasion so that eventually the entire canon will have been recited under the tree where the historical Buddha Sakyamuni had attained enlightenment.
Chúng con cúi đầu đảnh lễ Đức Thế Tôn, bậc A-la-hán, bậc thiền thể, bậc thế gian giải, bậc Phật toàn giác. Chúng ta có mặt ở đây để chứng kiến sự kiện khai mạc đại lễ trùng tùng Thánh điển Pali lần thứ 15 ngay tại gốc Bồ Đề, nơi Đức Phật lịch sử Gautama đã thành đạo. Năm nay là năm đầu tiên Việt Nam đăng cai tổ chức. Chúng tôi chân thành cảm ơn nỗ lực của Việt Nam đã làm nên sự thành công ngày hôm nay. Đại lễ trùng tùng hàng năm đã được diễn ra 15 năm dưới sự bảo trợ và tổ chức của tổ chức ITCC, và chúng ta rất tự hào và may mắn một phước lành lớn có mặt ở đây cùng với nhau để ôn lại toàn bộ thánh điển Pali, lời dạy của Đức Thế Tôn.
Commencing this program, inaugurating, I would now invite the Most Venerable Uvadacharya Sayadaw, the Dr. Kavithara, who is aged 95 years and spent 75 years of the Rainy retreat teaching and servicing in the Dhamma for 76 years. I would invite him to recite Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa, which will be followed by the lighting of the ceremonial lamp by the most venerable monks, senior monks, 20 of them who are assembled here, will do the lightning ceremony.
Sau đây chúng tôi xin kính mời Đại lão Hòa thượng Bodhgaya Sayadaw. Ngài đã 95 tuổi, 75 hạ, và hôm nay chúng ta có phước lành được Ngài cùng dẫn phần tụng Nam Mô Tassa cho tất cả chư đại đức tăng và Phật tử ngày hôm nay.
If you are unable, Yamana Muva, I Yamana Muva, Zoom Yonder Maramaniva. Namotata Jom Yuva, Piashikuni Babe, Namotata Bhagavad Rado Tamatamutata, Era Tungam Suava, Era Tungam Supiro, Piawutea, and Namotata Bhagavad Rado Tamatamutata, Eri. Bodhana Nagasami, the Mantra Nagasami, Tangandra Nagasami, Era de Utunga Tuam, Pea Utumba Payaba, Leia Tumba Papiroma, Era de Upunaman, Motatan, the Bodhana Nagasami, Subiro Pea Utepa, a Tutale Abiano, Nainangane, a Titi, Lajare, New York, a Titi Lajabare. ပြန်သွားတဲ့အခါမှာပြုံးပြုံးချွင်ချွင်နဲ့ပြန်သွားကြပါပြန်နိုင်အောင်ကြိုးစားပါလို့ဘာလို့လဲဆိုတော့သူတို့နိုင်ငံနေပြီးတော့မိမိတို့အပေါ်မှာသက်ဝင်ပြီးတော့သွားအောင်ဒီလိုဖျားဖူးလာတဲ့အခါမှာအထူးတလည်းအားဖြင့်ဘောတော့နေကုန်းချုပ်ပါမယ်သူမတက်တဲ့ကိုတက်အောင်နေရသူကကိုမသူမတက်တဲ့ကိုတက်အောင်နေရမယ်ကိုကတက်လို့ရှိရင်သူတက်အဲ့ဒါလေးကိုမှတ်ယူပြီးတဲ့ကာလမိမိတို့ရဲ့မြို့ရွာဒေသတိုင်းဌာနကိုပြန်သွားကြပါလို့ဘုန်းကြီးရဲ့ဩဝါဒညီကုန်းချုပ်ပါတယ်တဲ့နမောတတသုံးကြီးနမောတတဘဂဝတောအရဟတောသမ္မာသမ္ဗုဒ္ဓတ္တနမောတတဘဂဝတောအရဟတောသမ္မာသမ္ဗုဒ္ဓတ္တနမောတတဘဂဝတောအရဟတောသမ္မာသမ္ဗုဒ္ဓတ္တ
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. I would now invite the most venerable senior monks seated on the other side to please light the ceremonial lamp. I would like to invite the most venerable Uvadacharya Sayadaw, Dr. Kavithara, the most venerable Unyaninda Mahathero, the president of the International Tipitaka Chanting Council, the two Tipitaka Dharas from Myanmar, Venerable Ugandamala, Venerable Ajahn Amaro from Amaravati Buddhist Monastery, Venerable Mahachalo, the Vice President of the International Tipitaka Chanting Council from Thailand, Venerable Songdet of Thailand, Wat Yanava, Thailand, Most Venerable Professor Vanasri Mahathero, the Deputy Sanghanayaka from Bangladesh, Venerable Bhikkhu Tep Samphon, the Assistant Abbot of the Bodhgaya Cambodian Monastery, Venerable Pragyati from the All India Bhikkhu Sangha, the Venerable Monk from the Laos PTR, Venerable Kamavane from the Laos International, Venerable Sankicha from Nepal, Venerable monk from Sri Lanka, Venerable Jyotika from Vietnam, Venerable Uparatana from the International Sangha, Venerable Ajanamaru from UK, and Venerable Chalinda Bhikkhu, the High Priest of the Mahabodhi Mahavihara.
Và bây giờ là phần nghi thức thắp đèn khai mạc cho đại lễ. Chúng tôi xin kính mời Đại lão Hòa thượng Obadacharya Sayadaw, tiến sĩ Kavitara, 95 tuổi, 75 hạ. Kính mời Hòa thượng Nyananda, Chủ tịch ITCC từ Myanmar. Chúng tôi kính mời hai vị Tam Tạng đến từ Myanmar. Hòa thượng Ugandamala, vị Tam Tạng thứ 9. Hòa thượng Abhijata Nisamba, vị Tam Tạng thứ 12. Đại đức Ajahn Amaro đến từ Thái Lan. Đại đức Mahachalong, Phó Chủ tịch ITCC đến từ Thái Lan. Đại đức Somdet đến từ Thái Lan. Ngài Đại lão Hòa thượng Vanasiri Mahathero đến từ Bangladesh. Hòa thượng Thepsom Phon đến từ Cambodia. Đại đức Pranadi đến từ India, đến từ Ấn Độ. Đại đức Kampan Ithabong đến từ Lào. Đại đức Cavanye đến từ đoàn Lào quốc tế. Đại đức Sankicha đến từ Nepal. Đại lão Hòa thượng Soratha đến từ Tích Lan. Đại đức Jyotika đến từ Việt Nam. Đại đức Uparatana đến từ đoàn quốc tế. Đại đức Ajahn Amaro đến từ Anh Quốc. Và Đại đức Chanlida Bante đến từ BTMC, tổ chức quản lý và bảo trì gốc Bồ Đề, cội Bồ Đề.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. The inauguration of the 15th International Tipitaka Chanting Ceremony, I would now invite the Venerable Mahachalong, the President of the International Tipitaka Chanting Council, to please address this august gathering.
Chúng tôi kính mời Đại Hòa thượng Mahachalong, Chủ tịch của tổ chức Trùng tùng kinh điển Pali quốc tế, lên có bài phát biểu.
Respect all senior elder monks
venerable monk, all Buddhist devotees from all the Buddhist countries, on behalf of our membership of ITC, and also welcome all Buddhists over the world who come from any corner of the world come to assemble here to gather. Today, it's a good opportunity for us to be here together again, one year for one time. Actually, we stand here on behalf of Buddhist devotee, but we can work for Buddha Sasana anywhere, not only under the Bodhi tree, but under the Bodhi tree, we be here together because of Lord Buddha said that Sukha Sankhatsa Samaki, unity and harmony for all the Buddhist devotees in the world have big power to run how to send the message of Lord Buddha for all the beings in this world to be peaceful world. Because now, today, this world needs peace. Because if we follow the news and message, social media, any corner of the world, very, very harmful. If all the beings in this world, we try our best to send the peace to all the people in this world, I hope so. Peace will come back to this world. Especially under the Bodhi tree, where the Lord Buddha attained enlightenment in this place. And also the two Tipitaka it mentioned that here the first time for the sky is coming from the sea, first time in this place. And also for the human being this world come from this place, not from other place. That is important history and important for all the geographic area in these places. So we can say this place is come from secret thing for all the beings in this world to be here together. So otherwise, Lord Buddha, he will not come to attain enlightenment in this place. Due to the great history, great geographies, Lord Buddha come to attain enlightenment in this place. And also the place to tell people all over the world come to join together to make peace for the beings in this world to living together without any harmful. So I on behalf of ITTC President, actually I'm not President, I Vice President. I talk on behalf of President and on behalf of ITTC member, on behalf of Laya Buddha Karma Foundation, because we organize the chanting in the holy place of India. We say that the motherland of Buddhism. We feel that our feeling, this place, our place. Because Lord Buddha place, our place. So why any Buddhist people who living in India, we feel that it is our motherland of Buddhism. That's our feeling. So they do this.
I would like to welcome for all the Buddhist people all over the world who come to be here together on behalf of all Indian people. So now I think so the time is coming for all the many our leaders from different countries have to come to during that speech. But for me on behalf of RTGC from 11, 12 countries, India, Sri Lanka, Myanmar, Laos, Thailand, Cambodia, Indonesia, Vietnam, Bangladesh, Nepal. We welcome all Buddhist people all over the world to come to join this function, this ceremony, to bring the peace, to bring brotherhood, and to come to work together in the one platform under the Buddhist tree. Today, I'm very happy to say thank a lot for all the people here again. Thank you very much.
Thật là một phước lành chúng ta có mặt ở dưới cội Bồ Đề ngày hôm nay để ôn lại lời dạy của Phật Tổ. Thực ra chúng ta có thể thực hành Phật Pháp ở mọi nơi, nhưng ý nghĩa của việc có mặt ở ngay tại đây, nơi Đức Thế Tôn đắc đạo là gì? Đó chính là oai lực của cái việc mà chúng ta có một cái hội chúng rất lớn như thế này. Lần thứ 15 đại lễ trùng tụng thánh điển Pali này là đại lễ lớn nhất từ trước đến giờ. Chính vì vậy chúng ta đã nhìn thấy sự có mặt của đông đảo tăng ni Phật tử từ 11 quốc gia và các vùng lãnh thổ, cũng như những nơi khắp nơi trên thế giới tề tựu về đây để cùng ôn lại thánh điển Tam Tạng của Đức Thế Tôn đã để lại cho chúng ta. Thay mặt tổ chức ITCC, tổ chức Phật Quang Quốc tế, tôi chào đón tất cả các quý tăng ni Phật tử và tri ân các quý vị đã nỗ lực làm nên sự thành công của sự kiện này.
I would now invite our chief organizer from Vietnam to please deliver the welcome address.
Và bây giờ tôi xin kính mời vị trưởng ban tổ chức của nước chủ nhà Việt Nam xin tiến về khán đài để có đôi lời chia sẻ.
Most venerable president of the ITCC, Madam Director of the ITCC, our distinguished guest, the Bud friends, ladies and gentlemen. Today we been here under the holy tree, the Bodhi tree, signifying the very important event. We are the Buddha sons, Buddha daughters, gathering here to emphasize the importance of his teaching. In Mahaparinibbana Sutta, before our Lord Buddha passed away, he said that after the Tathagata passing away, my teaching, Buddha Vinaya, will be your guide, will be your teacher. Buddhism has been existing for more than 25 centuries. in last 2,600 years, probably last 100 years, we Buddhists in the world witnessed so many chances. Never before in our history, Buddhists come from different schools, Mahayana, Theravada, Vajrayana, exposed to each other, learn from each other, and mingle with each other like what we have it here today. Never before in our history, Buddhists not able to choose of being silent when we facing the social issues. We're talking about today's technology of IT, the deviation causing many problems in the monastic community, but the money problems. And also, there are several things that we simply just cannot turn away by being silent. And we do believe that we need to get together, find a common ground by looking back and asking ourselves, what is the guidance from our Lord Buddha? What is the teaching of the Buddha help us to go through such difficult times? And being here today, on behalf of the Vietnamese Buddhists who sponsor this event, we like to express our heartfelt gratitude for venerable monks who come from afar, being here today in this very auspicious and wonderful occasion. We like to express our gratitude toward so many volunteers from different nationalities join together to make this event possible. May the teaching of our Lord Buddha always be our teacher, be our guide for all walks of life. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Now, I would like to invite our most venerable senior monks assembled here, 20 of them, to bless this inaugural ceremony with 2-3 minutes of blessings. First of all, I would like to invite the most venerable Somdet of Thailand from the Wat Yanava, representing the Thailand Buddhists. I would like to invite him to bless this august gathering.
Chúng tôi kính mời Đại lão Hòa thượng Somdet đến từ Thái Lan.
เจริญพรคุณหวังโมวิธีประธานบริหารมูลนิธิประทีปแห่งพุทธศาสนานาชาติอินเดียและพุทธศาสนิกชนทุกท่าน
There is one more thing. The Tipitaka Foundation of the Buddhist and all Buddhist devotees.
ผมนอบภาพในนามคณะสงฆ์ไทยของมหาเถรสมาคมภายใต้พระบารมีในพระคุณสมเด็จพระยงสาธยานสมเด็จพระบรมราชชนนีของเจ้าปรินายกของพระพุทธแห่งคณะสงฆ์ไทย
I, on behalf of the Sangha of Thailand, the Supreme Council of Thai Sangha Authority, under the Holy People of His Holiness, the Supreme Purpose of Thailand,
มีความปิติยินดีและถือเป็นเกียรติมงคลอย่างยิ่งที่ได้มาเป็นประธานในพิธีเปิดการสาธยายพระปฏิบัตินานาชาติครั้งที่15นี้
have a great pleasure and honor to preside over the opening ceremony of 15th International Tipitaka Chanting Ceremony,
โดยมีคณะสงฆ์และพุทธศาสนิกชนจากประเทศเวียดนามรับเป็นภาระเจ้าภาพหลักนับว่าเป็นเกียรติมงคลเป็นบุญเป็นกุศลอย่างยิ่ง
It is very honored that this year we are very fortunate to have Sangha from Vietnam and also the lay Buddhists from Vietnam to host the ceremony.
เพราะมีพระภิกษุสามเณรและอุบาสกอุบาสิกาจากนานาอารยประเทศทั่วโลกมาร่วมกันสาธยายในระหว่างวันที่2ถึงวันที่12ธันวาคมพุทธศักราช2562ณบริเวณโพธิมณฑลซึ่งเป็นสถานที่ตรัสรู้ขององค์สมเด็จพระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้า
Because there are monks, novice monks, female devotees and male devotees from all over the world who come here to recite the Tipitaka from the 12th or from the 2nd to the 12th of December 2019 at under the sacred Bodhi tree, which is the place where the Lord Buddha achieved his enlightenment.
โพธิมณฑลแห่งนี้มีความสำคัญเป็นอย่างยิ่งต่อพุทธศาสนิกชนทั่วโลกเพราะเปรียบเสมือนเป็นจุดเริ่มต้นของพระพุทธศาสนาและสามารถแผ่ขยายไปสู่นานาอารยประเทศจนก่อให้เกิดสันติสุขอย่างกว้างขวาง
Bodhi Mountain is a very important place for the Buddhists all over the world because it's similar to the place or the origin of Buddhism, and then it was spread to many parts of the world until it caused peace worldwide.
พระไตรปิฎกหรือที่เรียกว่าปิฎกะหรือเตปิฎกะเป็นคัมภีร์ของพระพุทธศาสนาซึ่งตามความหมายแปลว่าตะกร้า3 ใบอันเปรียบเสมือนเป็นตะกร้าที่ได้รวบรวมคำสั่งสอนของพระพุทธเจ้าไว้เป็นหมวดหมู่มิให้กระจัดกระจายโดยบรรจุคัมภีร์ไว้3 หมวด
The Tipitaka, or it is known as the Pali Canon, in other words, Tipitaka or Tipitaka is the most important Buddhist scripture. According to its meaning, it means the 3 baskets, which compared to the basket or the 3 collections of the Buddhist teachings, which are divided into 3 different sections.
คือ 1. วินัยปิฎกคือระเบียบปฏิบัติหรือศีลของพระภิกษุและภิกษุณี 2. สุตตันตปิฎกคือพระสูตรที่ว่าด้วยพระธรรมเทศนาทั่วไป
และ3อภิธรรมปิฎกคือธรรมะชั้นสูงที่อธิบายด้วยหลักวิชาการว่าด้วยเรื่องของปรมัตถธรรม
First, Vinaya Pitaka, which refer to the rules, regulation, or the monastic codes of monks and bhikkhunis. Second, Suttanta Pitaka, the discourse is given by the Buddha himself and also by his closest disciple. And third, Abhidhamma Pitaka, the oral teaching based on the Buddhist principle regarding the ultimate truth.
การสาธยายพระไตรปิฎกเป็นเสมือนการเพิ่มเติมหรือเสริมสร้างศรัทธาความเลื่อมใสในพระพุทธพจน์หรือคำสอนของพระพุทธเจ้าทำให้การศึกษาค้นคว้าพระธรรมมากยิ่งขึ้น
To recite the Tipitaka is similar to expand, to support, or to maintain the Buddhist confidence in the Buddhist teaching, so that the Buddhists are able to learn more about Buddhist teaching.
นอกจากนั้นยังเป็นการเปิดโอกาสให้คณะสงฆ์และพุทธศาสนิกชนนานาชาติได้แสดงออกถึงซึ่งความรักความสามัคคีเป็นการยกระดับให้พุทธบริษัทได้กระทำความดีถวายเป็นพุทธบูชาพระคุณของพระพุทธเจ้าในการที่จะร่วมกันสร้างรากฐานของความดีให้มั่นคงมาเกิดขึ้นเป็นความสงบสุขร่มเย็นเป็นวิตาและวิตาประโยชน์แก่ปวงชนชาวโลกสืบไปและจะเป็นการสะท้อนให้เห็นถึงความมั่นคงยั่งยืนของพระพุทธศาสนาอย่างแท้จริงด้วย
In addition, the recitation of Tipitaka give an opportunity to the Sangha members and also lay Buddhists from different countries to express a love, harmony, and to lift up the Buddhist assembly to make something good in order to offer as an offering to the Buddha for the contemplation of the Buddha in order to create the foundation of goodness so that we can maintain peace and happiness and benefit for all the world. And also is reflect the stability of Buddhism fully.
เป็นสามัคคีในพระไตรปิฎกถือว่าเป็นการบำเพ็ญดีที่มีอานิสงส์มากเพราะขอให้เกิดความเข้าใจในหลักธรรมคำสอนขององค์สมเด็จพระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าและเป็นสมัยหนึ่งได้เข้าเฝ้าพระพุทธองค์ทูลพระพุทธว่าผู้เป็นหนทางผู้เป็นหนเขาตถาคต
The recitation of Tipitaka is regarded as making merit, which brings the great benefits, which holds true understanding of the Buddhist teaching, and it is also like to have a chance to say the Buddha, like what the Buddha said, whoever see me, that person see the Dhamma.
มหาเถรสมาคมซึ่งเป็นองค์กรบริหารสูงสุดแห่งคณะสงฆ์ไทยได้ความสำคัญในการเผยแผ่พระพุทธศาสนาโดยได้มีการส่งพระธรรมทูตออกประกาศหลักพุทธธรรมให้ประชาคมโลกได้มีโอกาสเรียนรู้หลักธรรมตามที่สมเด็จพระบรมศาสดาได้ตรัสรู้และได้นำมาประกาศให้เหล่าพุทธบริษัทได้ประพฤติปฏิบัติตามดังที่ปรากฏชัดแล้วในขณะนี้ที่คณะพระธรรมทูตไทยนำโดยท่านเจ้าคุณพระธรรมโพธิวงศ์หัวหน้าพระธรรมทูตสายประเทศอินเดียเนปาลเจ้าวาดวัดไทยพุทธคยาได้ร่วมกับคณะสงฆ์และพุทธศาสนิกชนนานาชาติเอาใจใส่ในการเผยแผ่และนำมาปฏิบัติสู่ชาวโลกรวมถึงในแดนพุทธภูมิให้เกิดสันติภาพและสันติสุขโดยเฉพาะจัดให้มีงานสาธยายพระไตรปิฎกนานาชาติครั้งที่15ขึ้นในวันนี้
The Mantra Samakom, which is the Supreme Council of Thai Sangha Authority, has given an importance in spreading Buddhist teaching by sending Dhamma to the monks to spread the Buddhist teaching all over the world, so that people will have a chance to learn about Buddhist teaching and also to put that teachings into the practice, and so that they can experience the benefits from Buddhist teaching. For example, here in India and Nepal, the Dharma mission, which is led by most Venerable Kampo Tibong, who is the chairman of the Dharma monk, the abbot of Bodhgaya Buddhist Monastery, together with the member of Sangha and international Buddhists, pay attention in spreading the Buddhist teaching and also encourage the Buddhist people to follow the Buddhist teaching in the land of the Buddha in order to create peace and happiness. And this year, again, they have organized the 15th International Tipitaka Chanting Ceremony.
ขออนุโมทนาต่อคณะสงฆ์ขอเจริญพรอนุโมทนาคุณหวังโมนดิกซี่อุบาสกอุบาสิกานานาชาติตลอดถึงหน่วยงานทุกภาคส่วนโดยเฉพาะคณะสงฆ์และพุทธศาสนิกชนจากประเทศเวียดนามที่ได้รับเป็นเจ้าภาพในการจัดงานสาธยายพระไตรปิฎกนานาชาติครั้งที่15ในวันนี้
I would like to say congratulations to the member of Sangha, lay devotees from different countries, including all sectors, both private and government, especially the Sangha members and the Buddhist people from Vietnam, who are the hosts of the 15th International Tipitaka Chanting Ceremony today.
ขออนุภาพคุณพระศรีรัตนตรัยพร้อมด้วยอำนาจบุญกุศลที่ทุกท่านได้ร่วมกันบำเพ็ญให้เป็นไปในครั้งนี้ได้อภิบาลประทานพรให้ทุกท่านเจริญรุ่งเรืองด้วยจตุรพิธพรชัยอันประเสริฐคืออายุวันนะสุขภละพร้อมด้วยปฏิภาณธรรมสารสมบัติประสบสิ่งอันพึงปรารถนาและงอกงามไพบูรย์ยิ่งในธรรมะขององค์สมเด็จพระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าโดยทั่วกันเถิด
May the power of the triple gem, may the power of merit that you all have cultivated together, may you be blessed with full blessings, long life, beauty, happiness, strength, together with wisdom. Whatever you long for, may your wish come true, and may all of you be progress in the teachings of the Lord Buddha. Thank you. And today we are very honored to have His Holiness Somdet Brahmathiraja, who is the chairman of the Dhammadutta monks monitoring and who is looking after Dhammadutta monks, especially from Thailand, who have been working all over the world. And he's also the member of the Smarta Samakum or the Supreme Sangha Council. He's the abbot of Wat Yanawa in Bangkok. Although he's over 80 years old, but he's very, very pleased to preside over this ceremony. Thank you.
I would now most respectfully invite the most venerable Bodhgaya Sayadaw, Dr. Kavitara, to bless this august gathering.
Chúng tôi mời đại lão Hòa thượng Charya Sayadaw, tiến sĩ Tipitaka, người 95 tuổi và 75 hạ, có lời chúc phúc cho toàn thể đại lễ.
Ora te punyare tujo wenda mare nimane nae kusa wenda mare anowara ka parita pruta munti everything ha athaga chaya ora na yure puku ha chanta ne elu kya ora na yure puku ha te mui နာယူတဲ့ပုဂ္ဂိုလ်ဘာတွေကြမ်းထမ်းလို့ဆိုတော့ကာယကံကြမ်းထမ်းတယ်ရှိလို့မကောင်းဘူးဝစီကံကြမ်းထမ်းတယ်ရှိလို့နားထောင်လို့မကောင်းဘူးနောကံကြမ်းထမ်းတယ်တစ်မျိုးစလုံးမကောင်းပါဘူးဩဝါဒနာယူတဲ့ပုဂ္ဂိုလ်ဟာကာယကံလည်းသိမ့်မွေ့တယ်ရှိလို့ကောင်းဝစီကံလည်းသိမ့်မွေ့တယ်နားထောင်လို့ကောင်းမနောကံလည်းသိမ့်မွေ့တယ်နှစ်မျိုးစလုံးကောင်းပါဒါကြောင့်ဒီကသုံးဖို့ရုပ်ကပူဇော်တဲ့ပွဲကြီးမှာလည်းပဲဘုရားကအားလုံးကိုနာကြတဲ့အတွက်ကြောင့်ဘုန်းကြီးတို့ရဲ့မြန်မာပြည်ရဲ့ကိုယ်စားဒီတော်မျိုးမြန်မာနိုင်ငံရဲ့ကိုယ်စားခြေသူလက်တင်ပါတယ်ဒီပွဲကြီးကိုကြွလာရတဲ့အတွက်ကြောင့်လည်းပဲခြေသူလက်တင်ပါတယ်အထူးတလည်းအားဖြင့်တော့ချမ်းသာ၄မျိုးရှိပါတယ်သူဖို့ဘုရားနာမုတ်ပါတော်ဆိုတဲ့အတိုင်းဘုရားပွင့်တဲ့အတွက်ကြောင့်ဘုန်းကြီးတို့တွေအားလုံးသောပိဋကတ်တွေချမ်းသာပါတယ်ဒုက္ခသမက်ကြီးသံဒုက္ခသံဃာတသမက်ကြီးဆိုတဲ့အတိုင်းယဟန်ရှင်လူဒီလူတွေအားလုံးညီညီညွတ်ညွတ်နေကြတာလည်းပဲချမ်းသာခြင်းတစ်ခုပါပဲအဲ့ဒီချမ်းသာကတော့ကိုကပြုလုပ်ပြီးကျင့်သုံးပြီးယူမှရပါတယ်ဘုရားကချမ်းသာကတော့အလိုလိုကိုရနေပါတယ်အဲ့ဒီဒုက္ခသတ္တမဒေသနာဆိုတဲ့အတိုင်းသူတော်ကောင်းတရားတွေကိုအမြဲတမ်းနာယူပြီးတော့နေရတာလည်းပဲဝမ်းချမ်းသာခြင်းတစ်ခုပါပဲနောက်ဆုံးပိတ်ကြတော့သမက္ကာနံသဘောတုကိုဆိုတဲ့ဒေသနာအရအဲဒီဒေသနာအရအကျင့်တူရမယ်ဘုရားဝတ်တဲ့အကျင့်တူရမယ်ဘုရားရှိခိုးတဲ့အကျင့်တူရမယ်သုံးခံတဲ့အကျင့်တူရမယ်အလုံးလုံးတဲ့အကျင့်အားလုံးကိုတူရရအခုဆိုရင်လည်းပဲဒီကသုံးပုံရုပ်ပတ်ပူဇော်တဲ့ပွဲကြီးကိုအားလုံးဒီအကျင့်ကြီးကိုတူတဲ့အတွက်ကြောင့်ဒီဘာကြီးဟာဒီဘာလုံးချမ်းသာလိမ့်မယ်လို့ချမ်းသာကြပါစေလို့ဆုတောင်းပါလို့ဆိုတဲ့အကြောင်းဘုန်းကြီးရဲ့မြန်မာနိုင်ငံရဲ့ပူဇာဩဝါဒစကားကိုဒီလိုချုပ်ပါတယ်
Sarah is very happy to give the chance over us the admonition of Buddha's teaching. So Buddha said, the people who do not hear the teaching become hushed, become unpolite. The people who hear the teaching of the Buddha become polite. So that's why the people who come here as listening to the Buddha's teaching, that's why. So you become polite. And here's there are four kinds of teachings. Number one, the appearance or the arising of the Buddha is become a happiness. Number two, to listen the teaching of the Buddha is happy. The unity of beings become happy. That's why now today we celebrate International Tipitaka Chanting under the single body treat by reciting Buddha's Vasana, the Buddha's teaching. That's why all people become as prosperous and become as happy because of Buddha Vasana. So there are wishes. So Buddha Vasana can flourish more and more from this place around the world. Instead of Burmese people, Seattle wish all the people follow the Buddha's teaching. So that's why Seattle come here to give that opportunity to give the admonition for the Buddhas. Thank you very much.
I would now most respectfully invite Venerable Professor Vanusri Mahathero, the Deputy Sanghanayaka from Bangladesh.
Ban tổ chức xin kính mời Đại lão Hòa thượng Varasiri Mahathero đến từ Bangladesh xin có lời chúc phúc cho đại lễ.
সব্যবাপস্যকরণং কুশলস্য উপসম্পদা সচিত্ত পরিউদপানাং এতাং বুদ্ধানুশাসনং কায় বাক্য মনে কোন প্রকারের দুষ্কর্ম না করা, কায় বাক্য মনে কুশল কর্ম সম্পাদন করা, স্বীয় চিত্ত বা মনকে পরিশুদ্ধ রাখা, ইহাই বুদ্ধগণের অনুশাসন।
Not to do any evil, to good and purify your own mind. This is the supreme teachings of the Lord Buddha.
জগতের মধ্যে সর্বশ্রেষ্ঠ পুণ্য স্থান, ভূত পবিত্র স্থান বোধগয়া বুদ্ধি পালন, যেখানে অষ্টবিংশতি বুদ্ধ উৎপন্ন হয়েছিলেন। ভবিষ্যতে আরো 10 জন বুদ্ধ একই স্থানে উৎপন্ন হবে।
The diamond throne and under the sacred Buddha tree, it is the very holiest of the holy place of the world. In the hour, all previous Bodhisattva attained enlightenment in this sacred Buddha tree.
প্রতি বছরের ন্যায় এই বছর ইন্টারন্যাশনাল ত্রিপিটকা চান্টিং সেরেমনির উদ্যোগে পবিত্র ত্রিপিটক পাঠের আয়োজন করা হয়েছে। এই মহতি পুণ্য অনুষ্ঠানে বিভিন্ন দেশ থেকে আগত মহান ভিক্ষু সংঘ, ভিক্ষুণী সংঘ, উপাসক উপাসিকা, সুধী সজ্জন মণ্ডলী, সর্বাকে আমি বাংলাদেশ ভিক্ষু সংঘের পক্ষ থেকে, আমার ব্যক্তিগত পক্ষ থেকে আপনাদের সবাইকে আন্তরিক মৈত্রীময় শুভেচ্ছা জ্ঞাপন করছি।
As previous years, this year also celebrated the 15th International Tipitaka Chanting Ceremony under the sacred Bodhi tree, under the auspices of the Light of Buddha Dhamma Foundation International. And I would like to convey, on behalf of Bangladesh Buddhist community and as a Deputy Sanghanayaka of Bangladesh, would like to convey my heartiest greetings and warm welcome to you on this auspicious gathering under the sacred Bodhi tree.
যারা ত্রিপিটক পাঠের আয়োজন করেন, যারা ত্রিপিটক পাঠের সহযোগিতা করেন, তারা মহাপুণ্য সম্পদ লাভ করেন, যেটি ভগবান বুদ্ধ বলেছিলেন সব্যদানাং ধম্মদানাং দিনাতি।
The gift of the Dhamma excels the all gift. Those who recite the holy verse, the holy canons from Pali Tipitaka, those are get uncountable merits, which gifts always remain with us. So as it is a very privileged and very honored for us, and indeed as a very blessed for us, joining under this sacred Bodhi tree together.
বুদ্ধ ধর্ম বিশ্ব মৈত্রীর ধর্ম, বৌদ্ধ ধর্ম বিশ্ব শান্তির ধর্ম, বৌদ্ধ ধর্ম দুঃখ মুক্তি নির্বাণ লাভের ধর্ম, যেটি ভগবান বুদ্ধ নির্বাণ লাভের পথ আবিষ্কার করেছিলেন চতুরার্য সত্য, আর্য অষ্টাঙ্গিক মার্গ, বিদর্শন ভাবনা।
Buddhism as a religion for peace and universal love and kindness and compassion, and also Buddha highly emphasized for personal liberation, and also he showed the path of the enlightenment.
সব্যে সত্তা সুখিত হন্তু, জগতের সকল প্রাণী সুখী হোক, সুখী হোক।
So as a Buddhist, we always cultivate in our mind, Sabbe Satta Sukhitantu, may all beings be happy, may all beings be happy, may all beings be happy.
now respectfully invite Venerable Bhikkhu Top Sampon, the Assistant Abbot to the Bodhgaya, Cambodia Monastery. I would request you all to please be brief as we are running short of time.
Ban tổ chức xin kính mời chư Đại Đức Thép Sampon đến từ Campuchia. Chúng tôi xin quý vị có thể nói ngắn gọn.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato sama sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato tassa. First of all, I would like to respect all senior reverends and all Bhikkhu Sangha who have come from different countries with metta and respectful. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, laymen and laywomen. All the volunteers are all presented here to participate on the 15th International Tipitaka Chanting Ceremony under Secret 43, Bodhgaya, Bihar, India. I am Venerable Tip Sampon on behalf of Deva Sataha Dr. Meta and 8 Cambodian monasteries in the Holy Land of the Buddha. In India and Nepal, and especially for the Cambodian, it is a very blessed and great honor to be here. This year marks the first year in which the Great Sangha of Vietnamese has undertaken the task of the main organizer and supporter. In the 15th International Tipitaka Chanting Ceremony under Secret 43, we can be sure that this year may be striking, spectacular, and continue and success. May I offer heartfelt thanks to them on behalf of all 11 countries represented on the International Tipitaka Chanting Council and express our thanks and gratitude to the many volunteers worldwide who work so hard to ensure the ceremony runs smoothly for the benefit of all. And I also would like to say thank Mrs. Wang Bodhisi and Duna, especially the chief organizer, what can help in the task of preserving the Buddha teaching in its original from the making arrangement on the International Tipitaka Chanting Ceremony. I hope that Mrs. Wang Bodhisi will always support for the International Tipitaka Chanting Ceremony. At the last, I am on behalf of the Cambodian Buddhist Monastery and Cambodian Sangha under supervision of Dr. Meta. I would like to bless all of you with the 4 blessings of the Buddha. Ayuk, Wana, Sukha, Phala. And may you succeed in very field in your life. May the sound of Dhamma bring everlasting blessing. Thank you very much. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
I would now invite Venerable Bhikkhu Pragyatip from the All India Bhikkhu Sangha.
Và xin kính mời Đại Đức Praja Nadip đến từ Ấn Độ.
इस बार का आवाहन है वियतनाम भिक्षु संघ के द्वारा और कल से त्रिपिटका चांटिंग प्रारंभ होगा। ये आवाहन है शुद्धिकरण का। कल से एक साथ 11 कंट्री 11 कंट्री सूत्र पाठ करेंगे, त्रिपिटका चांटिंग का सूत्र पाठ करेंगे। आप ये सोचिए कि एक साथ 7,000 8,000 आदमी भगवान के वो सूत्र जो कभी स्वयं अपने मुख से उन्होंने ये बोला था, उन सूत्रों का आवाहन, उन सूत्रों का पाठ स्वयं करेंगे। तो एक साथ सूत्र पाठ करने पर आप ये सोचिए, एक साथ सूत्र पाठ करने पर हजारों लोग जो है आपको हिंसा से दूर होंगे, हजारों लोग जो है अपने वो चोरी के भाव से दूर होंगे, हजारों लोग जो है अपने व्यभिचार या जो है आपको विषय वासना के भावना से वो दूर होंगे, हजारों लोग जो है वो झूठ बोलने से की भावना से दूर होंगे, कठोर वचन बोलने से दूर होंगे, व्यर्थ की बकवास करने से दूर होंगे, चुगली करने से दूर होंगे, हजारों लोग नशा से वो दूर होंगे। तो ये सोचिए कि हजारों का ये पुण्य है, हजारों का पुण्य ये संसार में फैलेगा, ये प्रकृति में फैलेगा, ये आवाहन है, ये आवाहन है हर साल। और ये ऐसा ये व्यू है कि इस आवाहन से, इस सूत्र पाठ से संसार में, प्रकृति में हमेशा सुख शांति फैले और इसके हम सब भागीदार बने। 10 दिन तक हम इस सूत्र पाठ को अपने बहुत ही मनोयोग पूर्वक करें, चूंकि ऐसा मौका फिर बार बार नहीं आने वाला है। ये आपके लिए है, ये शुद्धिकरण के लिए है, महाशुद्धि महाशुद्धिकरण के लिए है। इसलिए इस मौके को आप चूकिए नहीं, इसमें भरपूर अपना योगदान दीजिए और अच्छे से सूत्र पाठ कीजिए, क्योंकि ये अपने भी लिए है और संसार के सुख के लिए भी है। धन्यवाद।
I would now invite the Venerable Monk from the Laos PDR.
Ban tổ chức xin kính mời Đại lão Hòa thượng đến từ Lào.
ขอน้อมนมัสการพระเถรานุเถระที่เคารพอย่างสูงขอเจริญพรพุทธศาสนิกชนทั้งหลายอาตมาภาพพระอาจารย์คำปัญญวงศ์คณะกรรมการกลุ่มการองค์การพุทธศาสนาสัมพันธ์แห่งสปป.ลาวเจ้าคณะแขกบริคำไซต่างนาให้คณะสงฆ์แห่งสปป.ลาวต่างนาให้คณะสงฆ์และคณะกรรมการวัดลาวพุทธคยาประเทศอินเดียรู้สึกปิติยินดีและเป็นเกียรติอย่างยิ่งที่ได้รับเกียรติทำร่วมงานสวดพระไตรปิฎกนานาศาสตร์ที่กองพลมหาโพธิ์อีกครั้งหนึ่ง
Homage to the respects most venerable Senior Sangha, distinguished devotee ladies and gentlemen. I am most venerable Kamban in Thawong on behalf of Chanting Buddhist Fellowship Organization of Lao PDR and on behalf of Lao Sangha, the committee administration of Wat Lao Bodhgaya, India, very great and appreciate on attending the 15th International Tipitaka Chanting ceremony under Great Potiti again.
ข้าพเจ้าคือได้เสมอว่าในระหว่างวันที่2เดือนธันวาของทุกปีเป็นมืองานสวดพระไตรปิฎกร่วมกันอยู่ที่กองพลโพสีมหาโพธิ์แห่งนี้ซึ่งเป็นสถานที่พระพุทธเจ้าตรัสรู้และนำแสงสว่างมาสู่มวลมนุษย์โลกเฮ็ดให้คนเฮาตั้งอยู่ในศีลสมาธิปัญญาและเฮ็ดให้สถานที่นี้เป็นศูนย์รวมของพุทธศาสนาซึ่งในระยะผ่านมาก็คือปัจจุบันมีชาวพุทธเถรวาทและมหายานทั่วโลกเข้าร่วมงานสวดพระไตรปิฎกในแต่ละปีหลายกว่า10ประเทศรวมทั้งสปป.ลาวภายใต้การอุปถัมภ์ของมูลนิธิพุทธประทีปนำพาโดยนางบังโมดิกซี่และคณะกรรมการสวดพระไตรปิฎกนานาชาติซึ่งในปีนี้สส.เวียดนามได้รับเกียรติเป็นเจ้าภาพจัดงานขึ้นอย่างยิ่งใหญ่และสมเกียรติ
It was only remembered during 2nd until to 12 December every year began participating and chanting international Pitaka chanting together under great Bodhi tree. Here, as the Buddha got enlightenment and brought wisdom to human rights, raise ourselves to be on Sila, Samadhi, and Panya, and making this place become to center of Buddhism. In the past or in the present time, there are many Theravada and Mahayana Buddhist devotees all around the world participate international and every year more than 10 countries, including Laos PDR, under support by Light of Buddha-Dhamma Foundation International, as well as we know Madame Wang Mo Dixie and ITCC, and Vietnam is the chief organizer in this year 2019.
งานสุปไตยปิฎกนานาศาสตร์นี้มีความหมายความสำคัญอย่างยิ่งคือการนำเอาเสียงธรรมคำสอนของสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าที่ได้สั่งสอนมาดีแล้วนั้นมาเผยแผ่ให้ดังคึกกองไปทั่วดินแดนพุทธภูมิอีกครั้งหนึ่งเพื่อนำไปสู่ความสงบสุข
The international Pitaka chanting is meaning and important to propagate the teaching of the Buddha, return to the land of the Buddha, get enlightenment again, and pray for the peace.
ในทุกๆปีชาวพุทธจากสปป.ลาวก็ได้เข้าร่วมเป็นจำนวนหลายโดยมีพระสงฆ์ลาวอยู่ที่วัดลาวพุทธคญาเป็นตัวแทนฝ่ายประสานงานซึ่งในปีนี้ชาวพุทธลาวจำนวน160องค์การเข้าร่วมซึ่งในมื้อนี้เป็นวันที่2ธันวาคมเป็นมื้อเปิดงานสุปไตยปิฎกนานาชาติแม่นตรงกับวันชาติของสปป.ลาวครบรอบ41ปีอีกด้วย
And every year, Lao PDR devotees participate the several and coordinated by Sangha of Lao Bodhgaya, India. And in this year, there are over 160 Lao devotees from Lao PDR participating the grand opening international Pitaka chanting on 2nd December. And also today is the Lao National Days anniversary 41 years.
อาตมาในนามคณะสงฆ์แห่งสปป.ลาวขออนุโมทนาแสดงความขอบอกขอบใจและขออวยพรใส่ให้คณะเจ้าภาพผู้จัดงานก็คือทานนางบังโมดิกซี่พร้อมด้วยคณะกรรมการสุปไตยปิฎกนานาชาติและสส.เวียดนามประเทศเจ้าภาพที่จัดงานขอจงประสบผลสำเร็จทุกประการขอให้ทานทั้งหลายจงมีเจริญไปด้วยความสุขอายุวันนะสุขภาพโดยเถิด
I am on behalf of the Central Buddhist Fellowship Organization of Lao PDR and on behalf of the Lao Sangha, the Commentary Administration of Lao Bodhgaya, India. I would like to say thank you to Madame Wang Mo Dixie and ICCT Vietnam Sangha, the organizer country, and I wish you all every successful and happy by Ayuwana Sukha Phala. So thank you.
I would now invite Venerable Kambani from the Laos International.
Bây giờ chúng tôi xin mời Đại Đức Kambane đến từ đoàn Lào quốc tế.
I would now like to request and invite Venerable Sankicha from the Nepal Sangha.
Chúng tôi xin mời Đại Đức Sankicha đến từ đoàn Nepal.
Namo tassa samma sambuddhassa. I pay my due respect to all senior monks, all participant monks, all nuns, all devotees.
my hearty thanks to International Tipitaka Chanting Ceremony and all the organizers, especially Vietnam Sangha and devotees also. On behalf of Nepalese Sangha and all Nepal Tipu Sangha, we feel happy to attend this grand program. We wish them all the success of the chanting program. We organized international Tipitaka chanting in Lumbini, Nepal. As the Nepalese monks, we are very happy to start the Tipitaka chanting program. Just last 2 months finished second Tipitaka chanting program in Lumbini. We hope to continue that program in every year. Hope you all, the Sangha, will accompany with us. So I would like to welcome you all the Lumbini Tipitaka chanting in 2020. Finally, I would like to thanks to the organizer. Over to Sabba Mangalam, Sakhantu Sabba Devata, Sabba Buddhanu Dhammanu Sarnanu Bhavena, Sadasuti Bhava.
I would now invite the Most Venerable Sorata Thero from the Sri Lanka Sangha.
Chúng tôi xin mời chư Đại Đức Sorathathero đến từ Tích Lan.
Samanamayang Maharaj Dhammarajas Santike Taveva Anukampaya Jambudipa Nidhagata. Dear Venerable Mahasangha, Bhikkhu, Bhikkhuni, and our Light of Dhamma Foundation, Madam Van Modixi, and Vietnamese community who responsibility for this 2019 responsible for the helping for this Tipitaka Sajjayana. And that's friends, just I pop up the Mahavansa Pali stanzas, which is Mahavansa book. We received the gift as a Buddhism to the Sri Lanka, and according to the Mahavansa history, Emperor Ashoka's time, his great son and daughter Sanghamitta and Mahamahinda came to Sri Lanka with the venerable monks. Even though Sri Lankan king that time never seen the monk, then he mentioned, we are the monk. We came from the Emperor Ashoka's kingdom. We want to help you out. So that's why since that time, the whole Sri Lanka become Buddhist practice, and we are very fortunate our Buddha's teaching came to Sri Lanka royal way, and since that we are very proud learning the Buddha's teaching and Dhamma and Sangha, and this time Sri Lankan monks all the way from Sri Lanka annually every year come over here. We have great hospitality, respect, and we are very proud to the Buddha's teaching and reciting under the Bodhi tree. We very appreciate organized committee and this Indian community and all the monks and nuns and lay people together. Not only for the Sri Lankan, I want to thank from the United States IBAA, International Buddhist Association of America. I represent as a vice president of the organization Washington area, and our honorary president of the One More Dixie, and be very proud. Come and once in a while come and see observe the Dhamma and observe the practice of the Dhamma and chanting, meditating, and respecting, and that all kind of thing very helpful to learn ourselves, spread the Dhamma all over the world. Out of all the meritorious activities, may you all be happy and peace and success. May you attain supreme goal of Nibbana.
I would now invite Venerable Jyotika from the Vietnam Sangha. I would now invite Venerable Uparatana Thero from the International Buddhist Association of America. I would now invite the Most Venerable from the Indonesia Sangha.
Chúng tôi kính mời chư Đại Đức đến từ đoàn Indonesia.
Mahasangha yang saya muliakan,
Dear Mahasangha,
pada kesempatan sore hari ini,
in this evening,
kami dari Sangga Perawat Indonesia mengucapkan banyak terima kasih
we from Indonesia to say thank you
bisa ikut dalam pelaksanaan ITCC pada saat ini.
to join ITCC 2019 in Bodhgaya, India.
Semoga acara ini yang diketuai oleh Sangga dari Vietnam
May all this organizer from Vietnam
bisa berjalan lancar dan baik dan sukses.
is good and successful,
Dan semoga kita semua diberkati dengan kesehatan
and we all be happy
dan kebahagiaan sehingga tercapai apa yang dicita-citakan.
and happiness.
Dan semoga kita semua berbahagia.
Let's all be happy. Sabe sata bhavantu sukhitata.
Semoga semua makhluk berbagi.
May all be happy. Sa.
I would now invite for the keynote address the Most Venerable Ajahn Amaro from the Amaravati Buddhist Monastery. Venerable Ajahn Amaro was born in 1956 in England. He went to the London University and graduated with a joint honours degree in psychology and physiology. He was ordained as a bhikkhu by Venerable Ajahn Chah in April 1979. He trained in England from 1979 to 1995 under Venerable Ajahn Sumedho and started visiting USA in 1990. In June 1996, he opened Abhayagiri Monastery in Redwood Valley, California. He was the co-abbot there with Ajahn Pasanno until 2010, when Ajahn Sumedho's retirement, he took up the role of abbot at Amaravati Monastery. In 2015, he was honored by the Royal King of Thailand with the title Chao Kun Videsa Buddhi Guna. I would invite Venerable Ajahn Amaro to please deliver the keynote address.
Ban tổ chức xin mời bài phát biểu đặc biệt của Ngài Ajahn Amaro là đệ tử của Ngài Ajahn Chah lên có bài phát biểu đặc biệt chúc mừng Đại lễ Trùng tụng Thánh điển Pali 2019. Ngài Ajahn Amaro sinh năm 1956 tại Anh. Ngài học tại trường Đại học London khoa triết học và tâm lý học, và sau đó Ngài được thọ giới tỳ khưu với Ngài Ajahn Chah năm 1979, và sau đó Ngài tu học với Ngài Ajahn Sumedho từ năm 1979 đến năm 1995. Xin kính mời Ngài Ajahn Amaro đến từ Vương quốc Anh.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhang dhammang sanghang namasami. Venerable elders, to the assembled Mahasangha, here and under the sacred Bodhi tree here in Bodhgaya, to the elder monks, nuns, all of the upasakas, upasikas who have gathered from around the world to be present. I bring my own very warm welcome and express my gratitude to have been invited to be here for this 15th occasion of the Tipitaka recitation. So I also wish to express my gratitude to Madame Wangmo Dixie. She's been thanked many times already, but I don't think there's enough to say that she has done an extraordinary job for these 15 years to gather together this event. This is no small achievement. So sadhu anumotana for your good work. The Buddha said in the Mahaparinibbana Sutta, when he was describing the causes of welfare, what brings about the long life and well-being of the Sangha, the first item on the list that the Buddha gave of the seven causes for well-being, the development of the Sangha, was to meet together frequently and in large numbers. And so this was a point he made as most significant, number one on the list. What brings about the welfare of the Sangha and the Sasana is to meet together frequently in large numbers. And I feel this is a wonderful occasion whereby this is enabled to occur. And not only from one particular nationality, one particular group, but this is also, I think, a somewhat unique annual event whereby you have representatives from every Theravada Buddhist country, and also some of the northern Buddhist Sanghas as well have gathered together. So this is a very unique kind of Mahasamaya, a great gathering, and a unique opportunity for us all to hear each other's voices, to see our different ways of wearing robes, the different colors that we wear, the different styles of practice and of chanting, and of the following the Lord Buddha's way in our own passion. The second item on that list of 7 qualities that the Buddha described as being the basis of well-being and development, the health of the sasana, was to meet together. He said, as long as the Sangha comes together in harmony, as long as it carries out its business in harmony, as long as it departs, separates in harmony, then we can expect the sasana, the Sangha, to prosper, to flourish, and not to decline. So, and this is a very important principle too. And many of the previous speakers have talked about the centrality, the important quality of peace, and how the Buddha's message to us and to the world is the message of peace. And there's, I would suggest a difference between the idea of peace, when we have it as a concept, a thought in our mind, or written in a text saying santi or nibbana, these different Pali words for peace, for coolness, for that complete ease of the heart. The word is one thing, but the actuality is another. And so we can have the idea of peace, we can have the idea of concord, of harmony, but just having the idea, in my own experience, doesn't actually produce the quality of peace. We might look up to, respect the idea of peace. We may think it's a wonderful and important possibility for us as human beings. But how do we do that? How do we actually arrive at a quality of peace within ourselves? And how do we establish peace and harmony between ourselves and other groups? This occasion, the International Tipitaka Chanting, this is a great opportunity to experiment and see how many different people from many different backgrounds, many different languages can join together. I feel it's a wonderful sign. The ITCC, every year they print the same Pali text in 10, 15 different scripts. And so everyone has the same words written in their own script, written in their own alphabet, so that everyone can read the same words. So we have different languages, but we're joining together in the recitation of the Pali. It's a place where we can all meet. In one of the Buddha's teachings, in the Madhu Pindaka Sutta in the Majjhima Nikaya, there was a description of a meeting that the Buddha had. He was sitting in a forest, not here in Bodhgaya, but in a different place. The Lord Buddha was sitting under a tree, meditating, and a local wanderer, a teacher, a kind of spiritual professional, one who was, gifted at teaching and expounding his own religious views, came up to the Buddha in a kind of a challenge and said, so, what kind of practice do you follow? What's your teaching? What's the spiritual values that guide your life? And the tone of the sutta describes it as he was kind of looking for an argument, trying to debate with the Buddha and to prove that this wanderer sitting under the tree was not quite as wise or as clever, as well informed as he was. So it looks like he was trying to make an argument, trying to make a fight, a spiritual contest between him and the Lord Buddha. So the Lord Buddha responded, as many of you will know, that he used the words, he said, I follow a particular teaching that encourages non-conflict, non-contention against anyone in the world. So essentially saying, you're looking for a fight, I don't fight. So that was a brilliant and wonderful and wise response. And this other Brahmin called Dandapani had nothing to say, and he sort of wagged his head, clicked his tongue, says his forehead bent into 3 furrows, and he went off with nothing to say. So the Buddha went back to the monastery and described this incident, and he said, it's because of attachment to our perceptions and to our thoughts This is the cause of all conflict. This is what makes us argue with each other, why we pick up weapons, why we fight within our families, within our towns, within our societies, within our monasteries. This is why we argue, we fight, we contend. It's through attachment to perceptions and thoughts. So he then went off to spend time by himself, and then the other Sangha members went to ask Venerable Mahakachana to explain, well, what did the Buddha mean when he said it's attaching, clinging to our opinions, our perceptions and concepts that causes conflict? Then Mahakachana spelt it out, and he said it's because when we see or hear or smell or taste or touch or think something, the mind doesn't leave it alone. The sense contact gives rise to a feeling. The feeling gives rise to the perception. The perception gives rise to a thought, and the thought leads to papancha. So I thought today I would speak on this this quality of papancha, which means proliferation, complication, things being tangled up, and how when the mind gets attached, when it clings to its opinions, to its feelings, to its ideas, its emotions, then this is what is easily the cause of conflict and complication, papancha, and then it follows on to papancha sanya sankhara. So many of you will be familiar with this word papancha. It means that which is complicated, that which is tense, that which is difficult. And one of the characteristics of the Buddha was nipapancha. The heart of the Buddha was free of that kind of complication. So like right now, we have an assembly of people of many nationalities. We have the birds roosting in the trees doing their evening assembly. They're having their own meeting. We have people bringing in boxes, people climbing the stairs, people coming down the stairs, other pujas going on behind me in the temple. There's a lot of complication. But if the mind has a skillful attitude towards that, then it does not get entangled, it does not get caught up, it does not create suffering or dukkha out of that complication. Why it becomes a problem is because we don't have that clarity. We don't have that mindfulness, as was spoken of earlier. We don't have that, careful attention in each moment. So to understand this quality of papancha, the cause of conflict, the Buddha also outlines in other teachings, there are three particular, sources of fuel, things that keep that complication going, that make us conflict. And these are, not to go on too long, I know we're trying to keep things brief, but just to share this with you, as I feel it is a useful principle. These are tanha, craving, mana, conceit, and ditthi, views. Tanha, ditthi, and mana. So these are the ways that we create ourselves, the feeling of I and me and mine. So these are spelled out in the Anattalakkhana Sutta, where the Buddha uses these three together, these papancha dhammas, in the words etang mama, eso hamasmi, eso me atati. This is mine. This is what I am. This is myself. That is the wrong view that the mind has when it attaches to thoughts and perceptions. When there is clarity, when the mind does not cling, when there is a letting go, moment by moment, when there is a clear mindfulness, then there is the realization, netang mama, neso hamasmi, nameso me atati. This is not mine. This is not what I am. This is not myself. So a simple way of reflecting on these three, even though they might sound complicated, is the first one, etang mama. This is about the feeling of I am the owner. This is my body. These are my robes. This is my Dhamma talk. That the first one on tanha is the feeling of owning, me, the owner. In the Thai language, the Jao Kom. This is mine. That feeling of this belongs to me. So if we can let go of that, then that is a cause of peacefulness. The second one, mana, is a conceit, it's the feeling of being. I am, I feel, I think, I know, I remember. That's the feeling of I-ness. So it's the quality of the self as being, as existing. And the third one is the story we tell about ourselves. So this gentleman gave my biography. So my name is Ajahn Amaro. I went to London University back in the 1970s. I'm the abbot of Amaravati Monastery. This is what you can think of as the narrative self, the story that we tell about who we are, where we come from, who our parents are, our nationality. Those things too we take as what I am. This is me. This is what I am. If we are able to truly recognize all these kinds of self, this I and me and mine, moment by moment, and we can see, because I say this is my seat, and someone comes and sits on my seat, or someone picks up my brochure, says, that's my brochure, you can't take it away, that's mine, then that right there is a cause of suffering. So that if we can see those feelings of owning, of being, and our own story, to see these as empty, as void of substance, as having no essence, if we can let go of those, then we find we are able to be at peace with the people in our family, with the people sitting next to us in the assembly, the people trying to squish into the temple right in front of us, who are taking our place. We are able to find a quality of harmony, a quality of peace is possible. So this is work. Peace is not an idea, it's a job. It's something we have to do moment by moment. And so I feel if we can genuinely free the heart from these habits of papancha, free the habits of these creating I and me and mine all the time, then we can actualize the Buddha's teaching. We can make that real in our lives. We can establish true peace here in India, in our different homes, our different temples, our different monasteries, our different countries. A very simple way of wrapping this all up, just in 3 words, is don't be selfish. If we can remember not to be selfish, not to be self-centered, then this is a true, say, cause, a basis for the establishment of peace and harmony within us. So I offer these words to today to help launch this glorious and auspicious event, and I will close my Dhamma offering here.
I would like to take 1 minute or 2 to debrief in Vietnamese. This is a beautiful speech from Ajahn Amaro. Con xin dịch lại ngắn gọn bằng tiếng Việt những lời răn dạy của ngài Ajahn Amaro. Thông điệp thứ nhất, ngài có nói rằng là tất cả các vị đại đức trước đã có lời chúc mừng thì cho đại lễ. Riêng tôi thì tôi muốn nhắc lại lời Phật một chút. Đó là một trong những yếu tố quan trọng nhất mà Đức Phật có nói liên quan đến quyết định cái sự tồn vong của giáo pháp, chính là sự đoàn kết của tăng đoàn. Thì nếu chúng ta duy trì được sự đoàn kết này thì giáo pháp của Đức Phật sẽ tồn tại mãi mãi. Và để minh chứng điều này, chúng ta đã có mặt ở đây tổ chức được một sự kiện đại lễ long trọng như vậy, lớn nhất trong 15 năm qua. Tôi rất là hoan hỉ và với cái sự tổ chức này, và thấy rằng sự nỗ lực của tất cả chúng ta đang thể hiện rằng chúng ta đang thực hành sự đoàn kết của tăng đoàn theo lời dạy của Đức Phật. Thứ hai nữa, ngài có kể một câu chuyện ở trong kinh Trung Bộ là khi một giáo sĩ ngoại đạo thấy Đức Phật đang hành thiền thì giáo sĩ này hỏi ông đang làm gì vậy? Cái pháp mà ông đang thực hành là gì? Và chuẩn bị tinh thần để có một cuộc khẩu chiến về giáo lý, thì Đức Phật chỉ trả lời đơn giản một câu thôi là giáo lý của tôi là giáo lý không tranh luận, giáo lý không đối đầu. Và chính vì vậy chúng ta biết rằng do tham ái thì dẫn đến tất cả các sự đối đầu, đặc biệt là một cái tham ái rất là vi tế, đó là kiến thủ, chấp thủ vào quan điểm của mình, và chúng ta cứ dính mắc mãi như vậy vào chủ thuyết, vào thọ lạc của chính bản thân và không giải thoát được ra khỏi những phiền não ở trong tâm. Ngài ví dụ rằng tất cả chúng ta ở đây được tiếp cận với rất nhiều những cái cảnh xung quanh cái khu vực này, nhưng mà tâm chúng ta duy trì chánh niệm và không bị ngoại cảnh tác động, thì chúng ta sẽ không bị sa vào ái dục, tà kiến và ngã mạn, làm cho chúng ta bị cái ngã điều khiển và mãi mãi không có thể tìm được con đường giải thoát. Nếu chúng ta buông được cái ngã mạn này thì chúng ta sẽ hiểu được giáo pháp của Đức Phật. Và tôi nghĩ rằng phần dặn dò của tôi đến đây là kết thúc.
Now we would have proposing the vote of thanks by the Light of Buddha Dhamma Foundation International, which will be followed by the Sangha to the most venerable senior monks, and gifts presentation that has been organized by Kung Sirisa. I would invite Ms. Wong Mudiksi to please propose the vote of thanks.
Most Venerable Mahasangha, most respected Venerable Samdech from Thailand, and most respected Venerable Royal Thai Abbot, most Venerable Ajahn Amaro, Venerable Uparakana, and most respected Sayadaw from Myanmar, who could join us on this function, and Venerable Tipitaka Daras, Venerables from All India Bhikkhu Sangha, Venerable Mahachalong, Venerables from Laos and Laos PDR, Venerables from Nepal, Indonesia, Cambodia, and all lay devotees. How wonderful we are here again today, this evening, under the shade of the sacred Bodhi tree, here in the motherland of India, where the great Mahasangha come together each year to recite, remember, recollect the Buddha Vachana, the teachings of the Buddha. Every year, so many devotees come forward. This year, our greatest thanks to the Vietnamese chief organizer, to all the Vietnamese devotees who came in so many different directions, from Ho Chi Minh City, the mountains, various parts of Vietnam, also international Vietnam. Because of you, we can see the beautiful flowers that came from Thailand, and the decoration by two venerable monks from Thailand who spent all night decorating this beautiful sacred Mahabodhi tree. And to all the Vietnamese people who offered the dana over the next 10 days, the food offerings, the dana to the Venerable Mahasangha, to the lay devotees from India who've come by great distances, more than 20 hours on trains and buses to be with us. May we collectively, over the next 10 days, strive our very best to do the very best. Let us try to accumulate the good deeds now in this present time, when this time there's so much going on that needs our assistance. We look to you, Venerable Mahasangha. You are our guiding light, our shining inspiration. We can only look to you for guidance. You are our elders. As lay devotees who try to follow on the path of the Buddha, we sometimes need assistance along the way, not only to remember these teachings by reciting them, but to bring them into our life so that actually it manifests as true realization, as the truth, the Dhamma, so that we can understand these teachings more and more in our daily life and help each other. To see the Sangha coming together as one, to hear the sound of the Buddha Vachana under this sacred Bodhi tree, one day, one sound, one voice. This has taken us 15 years to come to this point. We congratulate all of the Vietnamese people, the Thai devotees, the Indian lay people who have traveled, and to all of you, my dear brothers and sisters, thank you so very, very much for this wonderful opportunity to serve the Sangha, to be here with you. Thank you.
Trong suốt 15 năm qua, chúng tôi đã nỗ lực chỉ làm một việc mà thôi, đó là có mặt ở một nơi, tụng một ngôn ngữ và cùng với nhau thánh điển Pali. Chúng tôi xin chân thành cảm ơn nỗ lực của các thành viên ban tổ chức Việt Nam và quốc tế, cũng như các vị đại thí chủ đến từ Việt Nam, tất cả các đoàn đại biểu đã có mặt ngày hôm nay làm nên sự thành công của sự kiện này.
So there are very many devotees who have actually supported this program, and we will come to know about them every day. I would like to especially ask my friends who have been great sponsors in this ceremony. May I ask our friends to begin to bring the dana to the senior monks? I've requested some of my dear friends to please join. I would also like, while we are making this offering, to ask a very dear friend of mine from Thailand. His name is Kun Sirisak, and he spent 2 years making this Buddha, the Buddha Metta. So on behalf of the Kingdom of Thailand, he would like to offer his thanks and his story about making this offering under the sacred Bodhi tree while we make the offering.
Bây giờ là nghi lễ cúng dường chư tăng của ban tổ chức đến với các chư đại đức tăng.
Most Venerable Mahasangha, on behalf of Loyal Wat Thai Temple and my friends, all Thai Buddhists, and all my nation's people, I have made a Metta Buddha to show our deep respect and heartful for our Buddha, our Lord Buddha. Our Lord Buddha teach his students, and we have been make this Metta Buddha not an easy way. This is a part of a miracle life that I've been doing. This miracle will not happen if without Loyal Thai Temple. Patham Pothivong. And this will not happen if I don't know a real life Wonder Woman, Mrs. Wang Mo Dixie and her organization. I would like to say that we've been making this Metta Buddha and donate back to the motherland of Buddha Bodhi tree. May Lord Buddha encourage us to the unity of the Buddhists all together to uphold the Buddhist Sasana. Sadhu, 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 sadhu. ครับ เราได้ในนามของประเทศไทยและวัดไทยพุทธคยาในนามของท่านเจ้าคุณธรรมโพธิธรรม เจ้าคุณธรรมโพธิวงศ์เราได้สร้างองค์พระพุทธเมตตาจำนวนทั้งสิ้น16องค์แล้วก็ได้นำกลับมาถวายในดินแดนแผ่นดินแม่พุทธภูมิแห่งนี้การครั้งนี้จะสำเร็จไม่ได้ถ้าปราศจากเพื่อนๆและเพื่อนทั้งหลายและผู้ร่วมจิตศรัทธาในการสร้างองค์พระพุทธเมตตาจนสำเร็จในครั้งนี้เราได้รับการสนับสนุนอย่างยิ่งจากวัดไทยพุทธคยาแล้วก็องค์กรLight of Buddha Dharma Foundation ของคุณวังโมดิกซีการสร้างพระในครั้งนี้ได้สร้างโดยใช้เวลาทั้งสิ้นประมาณ2 ปีครึ่งจนสำเร็จพวกเราทั้งหลายขอน้อมถวายในนามของวัดไทยพุทธคยาและในนามของคนไทยทั้งแผ่นดินคืนกลับให้แผ่นดินแม่ในวันนี้ด้วยครับสาธุอนุโมทามิครับ
Sanghadana being offered to our senior venerable monks here by the Vietnam Sangha, followed by the Thailand Sangha. Sanghadana giving over, we'll have a brief presentation to the officials of the International Tipitaka Chanting Council, members from Thailand and Vietnam, which will be followed by the chanting of the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutra by the venerable monks assembled here in Pali and then followed in Vietnam.
Sau phần cúng dường chư tăng sẽ là phần tặng quà cho các vị đại thí chủ. Chúng ta đang nhìn thấy các thí chủ Việt Nam và Thái Lan đang thực hiện nghi thức cúng dường chư tăng. Và sau cùng là một phần nghi lễ vô cùng đặc biệt của buổi tối ngày hôm nay, đó là phần tụng Pali và phần tụng Việt ngữ của kinh chuyển Pháp Luân. Các đại chư tăng sẽ tụng Pali và Việt ngữ lần lượt. Con xin mời ban tổ chức chuẩn bị những phần quà để tặng cho các đại thí chủ ạ. Chúng ta sẽ bước sang phần thứ hai là phần tặng quà cho các đại thí chủ. So we would like to invite Ms. Wang Mo, Mr. Nelson, Mr. Happy Zen Flowers, Ms. Thanh Thúy, mời cô Thanh Thúy, mời cô Thanh Đân, Thanh Đàm. the medical team, the Buddha statue sponsor, we get ready for the next procedure of today's event. Con xin mời cô Thanh Thúy và cô Thanh Dân, Thanh Đan chuẩn bị. Thứ tự của hai cô sẽ là thứ tư và thứ năm.